This is just a quick video on how to limit your surface between set boundary lines. So basically, you see on the screen here now, we just have a simple design here, a footpath design with some open spaces in between. So you see, if we were to create a surface from all of this, you'll see if I select my files and go up into the Surfaces tab at the top of the screen here, and we'll simply hit on Create Surface. So you see on the right hand side here, the Create Surface pane has opened up. So we're simply just going to put in test for the time being. Actually, we'll put in footpath, and we'll set the classification to design because it is a design. Our surface triangulation color, everyone loves a bit of magenta, so we'll set it to magenta, and that's perfect. So we're happy with the survey date, and you'll see here I've selected all my members previously, so we're simply going to hit apply and OK. And you'll see now it's created my surface, but you'll see that it's included all of the open spaces between the footpaths and outside the footpaths as well in said surface, and that's not, it's not particularly accurate. That's not what we want. We want to limit the surface to just the footpath. So a very quick way of doing that is simply go up to the Surface tab again and select your surface boundaries. So the first thing it's going to ask us to do is select the surface that we want to add or remove the boundaries to. So we're going to select our footpath surface we created a second ago. And you'll see here then in the boundaries field, this is where we're going to be selecting our boundary lines, so essentially our footpath lines. So we could go in here and we could select manually, or we could select by polygon, or select by layer, etc. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over into my View Filter Manager page on the left pane on the left hand side here. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to turn off our footpath surface, and I can clearly see my boundary lines. And I'm simply going to select all my boundary lines as such, all my footpath lines. That's perfect. And I'm simply going to hit add. So you see there, it's 4 objects have been added to the surface. So our boundary lines have been decided. And simply now you'll see when I turn back on my footpath surface, it's just limited it to the footpath design. And that's it. One thing to note, your line work will have to be closed off for this to work. You can't have any open line work. A fast way to do that, you could go in and manually join up the dots, etc., things like that, and make sure that it's all closed off. Or quick way is if you select your line work, so select a line string. So you see there it's selected our line string around. That's perfect. If you right click, go into its properties, and you'll see here this auto close option here. Set that to yes. And that'll automatically close off any open line strings, and then you'll be able to apply the surface boundaries option.